Hope not. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, folks. It's us again.
Good evening.
This is another episode of That Looks Awful. Let's eat it. Now, you might be saying, where's the food? Well, tonight, this is a kind of a special edition because we want to bring some attention to something that is coming up for us this year. Something we call Food Madness. This is the 15th year that we've been doing this. And we're going to explain what it is. We're going to tell you how we go about doing that every year. But my lovely wife, Karen here, she's going to explain kind of where we're, who we're doing this for, kind of how this goes.
Okay. As Chip said, this is the 15th year that we've been doing Food Madness. And what we do is we combine March Madness with a food drive. And so every year on Selection Sunday, we download our brackets. And Selection Sunday is next Sunday, the 16th. And we download our brackets and pick our favorites for every game, all the way to the winner. And
by the way, how do you pick your teams?
It depends on the year. Sometimes it's by the mascot. Sometimes it's by the name of the school. I'm partial to Gonzaga. And sometimes it's because I like the color that they wear.
Right.
And so there's no rhyme or reason. I don't follow basketball. I just enjoy participating. But again, we pick our winners all the way to the final game. And every game that we choose the winner correctly, we celebrate by donating something to our local pantry. And
you guys may have seen things like this right here. This would be the NCAA bracket.
And that is empty because it's for this year. But so none of the teams are on this one. But yes, on Selection Sunday, go to ncaa.com and download the brackets. You can either print them out, or now you have the ability to do everything online if you want to handle it that way. I'm partial to pen and paper myself, so I print it out every year.
It's fun for competition purposes too.
It is. And we like to compete against each other, and he usually wins. And that's okay. We just, the donations come from both of us. So we pool our wins between our brackets and donate to our local pantry. Now, this year, we will be donating to both the Angier Food Pantry, which is located in our church building at Anthem Church in Angier, and to the Underground Railroad, where I am the pantry coordinator. The Underground Railroad is located in Lillington, North Carolina, and we handle everything from helping people with food for senior communities to sometimes helping pay for hotel rooms if needed. All people who receive help are fully vetted by those higher up. And if you have any questions or want to look into the ministry any further, you're welcome to go to mamamoses.org. I believe it may be com, but I will let you know them in the comments.
So we have been trying a couple of things. We tried some stuff today. I tried to make some beans today. Usually doing okay with making beans, but I have a little bit of a hard time trying to get the exact recipe right, to get the stuff to soften up the way it's supposed to. Cooked them since 4 o'clock this morning.
In the smoker.
And it didn't work. Had people try it. Doesn't taste terrible, but they just didn't soften up like they're supposed to. So they just, they're not here. But we also did do some cornbread. That's some cheese cornbread. We used some sour cream in there, use the Jiffy Mix. Well, just one of the things that you might see if you go into a food pantry, you might see things like dried beans. You might see things like the Jiffy Mix. They are staple things that a lot of people can use. What I've found out is that even though they have things like dried beans and things that people can actually make and make, that will last for a while, there's some shortages in things that people don't donate. Things like spices, barbecue sauce, any kind of sauce really. Um, there's probably a lot of shelf stable stuff there, but there's not a lot of seasonings and things like that people give on a regular basis. What else is there that needs to be donated that doesn't normally get done?
Honestly, spices are the number one thing. You know as well as I do that when it comes to canned and shelf stable items, spice and flavorings aren't always there. There's usually a lot of sodium, but not necessarily flavorings. Things like onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. Um,
Barbecue
even yeah,
seasonings.
barbecue seasoning, barbecue sauce.
Mhm.
Even the Jiffy mix is it's a very cost efficient or cost it, it's inexpensive.
A few
I'll put
cents a
it that way.
box. I
Yeah,
mean, it's not bad at
and
all.
it's still less than $1 a box for
Mhm.
the standard Jiffy cornbread, and one of those can feed a family of four as an addition to things like beans and rice and things like that. Other things that you could donate, um, things like salad dressing, bacon bits, um, dried fruit and nuts are always welcome. Things like nabs, peanut butter crackers. Let's see. We were talking earlier with our next door neighbor who likes ham hocks in her beans, but since ham hocks are not generally shelf stable, I would recommend something along the lines of country ham that is dried and fairly salty, so you could use that in
Usually
place of
vacuum sealed. Yeah.
right, and they're right there on the counter
Yep.
a lot of the time. Let's see, baking mixes that you only add milk or water,
Mhm.
pancake mixes. Um, cereal is fairly common. Shelf stable milk is always welcome, either in the larger or smaller boxes. And
Well, like flour and sugar and
baking supplies
supplies.
are definitely always welcome. And honestly, if you walk down the grocery aisle, the dry grocery aisle of the Dollar Tree, you can find a lot of things that are fairly common and needed. Sometimes they will have um, meatballs by, I think the name of the company is Bridgeton. Those are welcome. And, tuna fish and canned chicken are very common items, but more of the beef and pork are less common. Let's see, I'm trying to think of other things that could be donated.
What about cleaning supplies?
Cleaning
Anything like that?
supplies, yes, personal care items. Because when people are on SNAP benefits, bear in mind that they can buy soda because it's a consumable, but they can't buy soap or feminine hygiene products or things like that. So those are very needed and welcomed as well, as are adult incontinence items and toothpaste and shampoo and things like that. But when it comes to the consumable items, pretty much anything on your grocery store shelf would be welcome. But bear in mind, if it's not something that you would eat, um, unless you are picky, I would stay away from it. If you're not comfortable eating, if you wouldn't be comfortable eating it, don't donate it.
And nothing expired.
Yes, absolutely nothing expired.
So the reason why we're doing this tonight is just to make sure everybody understands the process that we go through with this. Like I said, we've done this for 15 years. We want to encourage you guys to give to your local food pantries. You don't have to give to the ones that we give to. We can do it wherever you are. And this is just a fun way to do it. I mean, everybody watches basketball, right? NCAA tournament, March Madness. all the glory in the game. Come on, really? It's fun. It's fun. And you know, if you're not a basketball fan, watch some of the games. They're exciting to watch, especially this time of year. But know that filling one of these things out doesn't make you a basketball fan. It doesn't make you um, you know, smarter than the next person or anything like that, or you know. But every win that you get, you can donate an item, and basically what that's doing is it's getting us to the point to where we're helping our neighbor, we're helping somebody else who's in need, um, and that's what we should be doing. You know, we get focused so much on everything else around us, and it discourages us and depresses us and makes us anxious and crazy. And during this time that we're doing this, join us and let this kind of take some of that away. You're giving to somebody else who needs, and I want to encourage you guys to do that because it's the right thing to do. um, we've needed it before. I'm sure that everybody else that you know has needed some type of assistance before, you know, at a food pantry or maybe food stamps, things like that, that you never know when you're going to need something like that. But knowing that it's there really is a good thing. And there's good people out there who really want to help. So I'm just asking you, join us, give to your local food pantry. If you don't want to join and do the food madness thing, just make a donation. Make a donation. But like I said, this is fun. This is just something we love to do. Church gets involved. Our home teams they get pretty competitive, and then we wind up getting you know, huge donations on top of whatever their wins are, just so they can, you know, get bragging rights and things like that. So it is a whole lot of fun. That said, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I do want you to like and subscribe and you know, become a part of the channel, because you know, we do want to do more things, but we want to know people are actually watching. So if I can get 24 more subscribers, I can actually start doing live streams on YouTube. Didn't know I could do that. Right now we have to do the video, then edit it, and then send it up and upload it to YouTube and stuff. It takes time. 24 more subscribers and we could do it. We've got some more crazy foods to show y'all and for us to try and see if maybe we're gonna like it or not. But until then, we want you guys to have a good night. Enjoy your week, and again, join us with this food madness thing. It's going to be fun.
We look forward to seeing you.
Y'all have a good evening.
Good night.
Good night.